Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Brats in the Back Row. I'm Sarah, and we're the titular brats talking in the back row of the theater. This is the podcast where each episode one of us forces the other to watch, discuss, dissect, and analyze a film of their choosing. This week, I forced the other brats to watch Heathers, the 1989 classic. But before we talk about Heathers, I just want to discuss how's our week going? How are we feeling today? We'll start with Allie.
I switched to oat milk recently. It's a game changer. My tummy don't hurt anymore.
Is somebody
Yeah.
playing the saxophone in the background?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I
Is
can hear child music.
Is your brother?
Is that your brother, Allie?
My brother's practicing. I was like, they can't hear that, right?
It's so clear.
Little
My
jazz
God.
intro.
In the other room. Like, your brother's in another room.
He's in his room, yeah.
Okay, he's doing great.
Hey.
Oh, wow, look at that ride. Wow.
Okay.
I'm proud of him.
Anyways, so you started drinking oat milk.
Anyways,
How's
I
that
started
going for
drinking
you?
oat milk. It's going so. I was in denial about my lactose intolerance for a long time. So imagine my surprise when I switched to oat milk and my
It's a
tummy
game
stopped
changer.
hurting. It really is, guys.
really-
If your tummy's hurting, switch to oat milk. My advice.
This
for
is
the
a
week.
advertisement.
For
This is-
oat milk.
This is a non-sponsor
Okay.
for
Here,
oat milk.
sponsored. Sponsor us oat
Big
milk.
oat milk? Oh my god.
I like oat milk. It's
Not to be
almost
confused with big milk.
Big
Mhm.
milk?
good. Big
Which
milk.
is where all
Big
those
milk.
ads in the 90s came from.
Is that an organ thing? Oh.
Exactly.
Said an organ.
No! No! It's
No.
like Big Pharma?
Oh,
milk?
like big. Okay, I thought that was a brand. Like
Oh.
big milk. Big milk. Like muscle milk.
No,
Big
all those
milk.
fake ads where they were like,
No,
drink,
this big,
get milk.
drink your milk. Got milk?
Big
Or
milk.
like the,
Got milk.
Oh, you
got
got
milk?
Yeah, like it's
The
the
cow.
just the
Isn't that the
company,
cow?
the milk companies.
Yeah. The milk companies got
I'm
milk.
Gotcha.
jazzing to this saxophone.
I've been told I
Band-
pronounced
It is
milk
July.
wrong.
Bandcamp has started for
Milk.
many.
He
You
is starting
pronounced-
soon. Yeah.
I say milk with an E.
And
Not
you
with
should
an I.
die.
Milk.
It's
What
with
are
an
you
I,
Canadian?
milk.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
pronounce you're wrong. I say breakfast too instead of breakfast.
Okay.
Well,
Usually
okay.
I
I
don't
would
know.
say this is just like regional dialect. I think you have some sort of lisp.
I think something's
Do
wrong
you
with
have
you.
a lisp? I feel like we've talked about you having a lisp before. Maybe I'm making that up and I'm thinking
Me?
of someone else. Yeah, you, Sarah.
I don't have a lisp.
What? Why did you say it like that,
Really?
Sarah?
Why
That was
did you
really
say it like
convincing.
that?
Thank
I
you.
don't
Person with a
have a
lisp would say that.
lisp. Wink.
Really draw out all
Somebody,
of the
didn't
sounds.
Emily,
What?
one of you had speech therapy as a child?
No, was not me.
No. No, I was
do-
doing
Who had
Another
speech
one of our
therapy as a
friends did.
child?
Was it Jonathan?
speech therapy.
I can't.
Not to call him out, but
I think Jonathan would have speech therapy.
he would 100%.
No.
Yeah. He seems like the person who would go to speech therapy.
What does that
He has, like, a speech
mean?
I don't know. He gives me the vibe.
Don't judge people who have speech therapy. People
I'm
are trying.
judging.
Necessary.
I'm not judging.
It feels
I'm
judgy.
just saying I think
You're one of
our
them.
dear friend Jonathan, you know, out of the five of us, I think he would have gone to speech therapy because he had a lisp.
I didn't
I'm
have
speculating.
I didn't have speech therapy, but when I did have a lisp when I had braces, because I had to wear rubber bands across my mouth because my jaw was like screwed up, and so I couldn't talk. I had a lisp because of the rubber band. The rubber band.
And apparently your R's.
Maybe
Oh yeah, my
that's
R's.
it.
I don't know why I went to baby talk then. But I did have a lisp for since when I was like 13 I had that, which is detrimental to a 13-year-old.
That's
I made it.
Was it a bad
Yeah.
list?
It wasn't good.
yeah.
But it wasn't
That's
terrible.
also like, but it's different because it's a man-made lisp.
Man-made.
It was like the list was forced.
If you don't have a
upon you
natural
know?
list, store-bought is
Yeah.
fine.
Isn't a lisp
You
man-made?
didn't come
This
out of
language
the
is
womb.
man-made?
Well, that too, but we don't need to go into like the philosophy of language.
Lisp,
Um,
lispopoly.
List.
Lispopoly. I can't speak.
How's your week,
Okay.
Sarah?
Mine?
Yeah, Sarah, how's your
I'm
week?
the host. No. My week has been very
Sorry.
eventful. Work. If you guys didn't know, Ali and I both are employed by the same company, and we work with children. So it's been interesting. The last
That narrows
week.
it down.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say where we work.
I will. I'll give the address.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't work at the same address.
No.
I'll give
We'll
both.
put both addresses in the description of
I'll
the
give them
YouTube video.
the multi. Link
Instagram,
below. Link below
Spotify.
to exactly the website.
Docs our work web. Well, actually,
Yeah.
our because we have different branches across the United States, and ours is actually one of the best ones.
Wow.
Apparently.
It's
Really?
Now they can
according
Google
to
that.
the
Interesting.
deck headquarters. So yeah,
It's because
we're
I'm
doing a
Now
great
they
job.
can Google that and come find you. You doxed yourself, I think.
Ah,
The jazz saxophone in the background is
It's gonna be a nightmare
so
to edit.
good.
it adds to the mood
I
though. Like
love it.
it's Heather's.
I think this is
I mean,
our
it makes me-
most interesting episode yet.
We haven't even started talking about the movie.
Okay,
Oh,
Emily, how was
no,
your
okay.
week?
Sarah, tell us about the movie. Oh, JK. Go, Emily, go.
I'll
Sorry.
make it quick. I don't do much of anything. I have been told not to do anything many times by my parents.
Oh,
And now I'm here. I read. I've been reading my books. I watched Twisters. Not Twisters. Twister. Singular. I lost
Watch
my
the
mind.
Singular Twister.
I lost my mind while watching it. But
The
I'm
first one?
The first one. It's so good.
does the second one plural?
Twisters. Yes, multiple.
Yeah, they face
Oh.
multiple twisters.
Well, they do in the first one as well. So
No, yeah, the title is kind of misleading because there's like 5 twisters in like both movies, but no.
there's like an insane found family dynamic in that film that I wasn't expecting, and it made me a little emotional. Anyway, I won't talk about that because we're talking about Heathers. Heathers. We all
May,
try.
how's your week? Sorry, I
Trying,
want to be equal.
trying so hard.
Got lost. I'm sorry.
It's okay. How's your week been before we transition to Heather's?
My week is good. I'm adjusting back to being in Oregon because I was in Utah for about a week. Utah was great. Utah was great because we stayed in Salt Lake City, and Salt Lake City is like it's the kind of place where everyone's most prominent personality trait is being liberal, and they're really proud of that fact. It's and I say it with love and kindness and respect. Salt Lake City is also I've never seen more like queer flags hung in shop windows that I've seen in that city.
Wow.
They love gay people.
They love.
And I was like, they love gay people, and it actually seems like they actually do like gay people and not just for profit. So, congrats to Salt Lake City. But yeah,
Congrats,
that was my week.
Lake City.
All right. Good job, Salt Lake.
Thank you, Salt Lake.
Remember though, my brother started playing again as soon as he started talking about queer people.
Because he doesn't like gay people, I get it.
It's summoned.
He's homophobic.
It's like a
Right.
sound effect every time you mention it. Okay. So Heathers, so a little facts about the film. If you guys don't know Heathers, it stars Winona Ryder in one of her first roles after playing Lydia in Beetlejuice. It also has Christian Slater, which, by the way, I was very disappointed to look up the allegations against him that occurred in the early 2000s. I know.
Wait, what did he do? I feel like I've heard about
What
this, but like,
I did not know.
what's the rundown of the allegations? It's bad, but like,
It's like he just they're not good.
That's why they're
No.
allegations.
Like
Spill the
essay
tea.
kind of stuff.
oh.
Yeah,
Christian.
I know.
What the
I was like,
hell?
wow, a hot guy I could actually
Are we
like.
surprised
So-
after the character he played in Heathers?
So yeah, this film
he's
was
done
made.
so much stuff.
Wait, what is it?
Okay, he's had difficulties with substance abuse, which is like if you're a big time actor in the 90s and 80s, yeah, of course you do. And I say that with love and respect. Hope you guys get help. In 1994, he was arrested when he tried to board a commercial plane with a gun in his baggage. In
That's not far from
1997,
his.
no. In
Very on par with
1997,
his
he
character.
was convicted of punching his girlfriend, Michelle Jonas, and assaulting a police officer while under the influence of heroin, cocaine, and alcohol.
Oh my
He
god.
had consumed,
The
he
Holy
had
Trinity.
consumed them for 2 days straight and had little to no sleep. Blah, 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 blah,
Jesus.
blah. And then on May 24th, 2005, Slater was arrested in Manhattan after allegedly groping a woman on the street. He was later charged with third-degree sexual abuse.
Man.
The
Well,
charges were
Jesus.
later dropped due to lack of evidence. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's all according to his Wikipedia. So if any of that's wrong, then don't blame me. I go to the easy information.
Options. Well, and his character is actually not far off
That's.
from
I mean, not
any
far
of
off
those
from
things.
He also
He
went
really
to
did the whole
LaGuardia.
method acting.
He was a LaGuardia?
Oh, this makes sense.
Yeah, which
This
checks
makes a lot of
out why he ended up being a
Yeah.
psychopath. Anyways, so yeah, that's about him. And also recently, I don't know, you guys are in the loop of like what's happening. I'm not talking about the country. I'm talking about Shannon Doherty.
Biden did drop out of the presidential
drop out.
election.
Drop out.
Kamala is looking to be
Yeah.
the
Kamala's
Nor-
now running. Her Twitter account is Brat themed.
It is Brat themed. That was crazy.
Wait,
It's Brat themed.
Kamala?
She was endorsed by Charlie XCX yesterday.
That's freaking hilarious.
It's really a Brat summer. I love this.
It really is a Brat summer, guys.
We've all dressed up in some way to what May thinks is in accordance to which Heather and
Yes.
Veronica we are. May, would you
Yes,
like to
I'm
explain?
Yes, I will. I've assigned the four of us a Heather or a Veronica. There's one Veronica, there's three
Only
Heathers.
one more.
Yeah. So I said that Red Heather, I don't know any of their last names. I don't
Heather
really
Chandler.
care. I know them by their colors.
Chandler.
Hey, nerds. So Red Heather, I said, is Emily, because Emily, when we were in college, Emily was the editor-in-chief of our school newspaper.
But I'm not anymore. I am free from
And-
that. We're gone.
Yes. And congratulations on being free, however, you do still represent the establishment.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the authority.
You will forever be a figure post in that newspaper room, even when it eventually falls.
When it crumbles, when
Yep.
it burns away.
As the tyrannical leader, Emily is Red Heather.
No.
Sarah, I said, is Veronica, mainly because of her poor taste in men. I do think that if given the opportunity, she would fall in love with a JD type of person. I say this with so much love and respect and hope for Sarah.
Don't
but
waggle that
this does not
finger.
happen.
You know it's
However,
true.
I think it is in your future, and I wish you Godspeed, soldier. I said that Allie is Yellow Heather because Yellow Heather is truly the nicest Heather in that, yeah, Heather McNamara, which, like, whatever. I think because Yellow Heather is the nicest Heather, and she doesn't try to, like, usurp the throne, or take the music stopped for like a second, and it
Just
it
have
like
him come in
signaled for
here.
me to
Just have him come in and serenade everyone.
it's the music is like an unintentional cue. Like it stops playing, and I now have to stop talking.
No,
Anyways,
so I have no
Yellowheader
clue
is
what I'm doing.
no.
Yeah.
But Allie would never try to purposefully destroy or kill any of us. I don't think. And then I said that I am Green Heather because I did try to stage a coup against Emily. The coup didn't work out,
I'm still standing.
and
We
Emily is
ride
still
at
standing,
dawn.
but I did try to overthrow Emily. So that's why I assigned
Well.
us the way I did.
We're wearing the colors of each Heather that we
And
were
yes.
assigned.
I don't have anything red. That's not a thick sweater because it's 90 degrees. So I have this scrunchie.
Okay, thank you for putting it in the foreground of the video.
It's right here. If anybody's wondering. Right here. I'll even move my mic. Ooh.
Slay. So, right off the bat, what were your guys' opinions about the movie? I read your notes, and they were very interesting and very observant.
I haven't
Oh.
watched this since 9th grade in high school. When I was really into the musical version of this with Maya Well.
Ooh.
Shout out Maya Well. You and I, she's still my friend, but we used to cheat in the back of our math class in high school. But the thing is, both of us didn't know about anything, so it was like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
But we would listen to the Heather soundtrack in the back as well during tests. And so I haven't watched it then. It's funny. It still holds up. It's still like it's got a lot. The script's really well done. It's got a lot of quippy one-liners, and that's very fun.
Oh, the writing is so good.
Yeah.
It's
I
quite
love the writing.
excellent. Yeah.
I enjoy it immensely. I wrote insane screenplay. It's like one right off of the other as well. I'm also snapping to that jazzy beat in the background. Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually how like high schoolers in the 80s talked, because I truthfully was not alive back then. Clearly. But the screenplay and all of the dialogue sounds very like manufactured and staged, but it's all performed so well that you don't even think about how like this was all crafted, you know? Like this isn't I'm talking generally. This isn't actually how teenagers are, you know?
No.
Like I don't think well, okay. No. What am I trying to say?
Like, it's very satirical in a way.
Yeah.
Like cliche.
Yeah, it is satirical. Yeah.
And I mean,
because it's like it has a cult following, right? And
It's
like
a cult
one
movie.
of those movies. Yeah, it's a cult movie. It's one of those movies that like people took and kind of still take too seriously, because everyone's like, "Oh, all teenagers should commit suicide, like mass suicide," and they're like, "Oh, the film is glamorizing and popularizing teen suicide." It's like, but no, that's actually not the point of the movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
100%. I think it's also, I mean, I like the idea that it's like really staged and it's really like, I guess artistic. The idea that it is like being staged and everything kind of makes the very real things more real, if that makes sense. Like murder and suicide and, you know, all these different things, but they're talking in like weird dialogue, and they have weird moments, and it's all like it comes back on itself and that sort of thing.
It's like a parody
Yeah.
of what it's
Exactly.
trying to do and what it's trying to say.
Yes.
Like, I was gonna say that, like, I think it's a parody of a lot of, like, the 80s films that were happening at the time, especially, like, John Hughes films.
Yeah.
Hughes. Yes.
Yeah. Very, like,
John
stereotypical. Like, you have the jock, and then you have the cheerleader, and then you have, like, the homophobic jocks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gay homophobic jocks.
Gay homophobic jocks. Guys, that's
Dead
the
Gay
best
Son.
song in the musical. My Dead Gay Son is so good. It is so good. It is like, it's like gospel music, and then you learn that the dads of the gay sons, not gay, but gay sons, actually had like Broback Mountain moment together in the musical.
I love that.
Oh God. I've never listened to the musical because like as much as I was like a musical theater kid, I wasn't actually.
Mhm.
But I've heard like snippets of the musical from like TikTok, so thank you TikTok.
Thank you.
But I knew a girl in high school who said with her whole chest, she truly believed this, that the musical is so much better than the movie.
It's not.
Mm.
And I'm saying this as someone who's only heard snippets. It's not better than the movie.
There's only like
Like-
3 good songs in the whole soundtrack.
There's only like 3 good songs and
Yeah.
like 3 good hits, really. But yeah.
It's
I think
true.
about that every day.
That's crazy. It's not. Because like it just, the movie flows so much better than the musical ever had. And I guess that's,
Mhm.
you know, you have song and dance you have to like
No.
deal with and everything, but it's like it just it moves so fast in that movie.
Mhm.
Everything's
Yeah.
everything's
And the nature of,
happening.
Yeah, and the nature of musicals is that like it kind of slows down whenever there's a song, unless like
Yes.
the purpose of the song is to like
Move
through time or
forward.
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, but like songs inherently just slow the entire plot down because we have to sing and dance for 5 minutes.
Right.
Which is like, I love you, musical theater, and I appreciate you so much. We gotta pick up the pace a little bit.
We gotta
Yeah.
go. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually a TV show of Heather's
Oh,
that aired in 2018.
I forgot about that. I
I
forgot.
did too. I just
Wait.
remembered.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
feel like I knew about this. I have to Google it now.
It was almost like Riverdale-esque.
Yeah.
Did Riverdale also do a
Oh.
Heather's episode? That feels
Riverdale
familiar.
did.
Yeah,
That
they
film-
did a
They
Heather's
did.
musical episode. Oh, I remember this TV show because everyone was really upset that the girl they got to play Red Heather was plus size.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
I remember this now. Oh, and they also, I think they replaced Green Heather with a gay guy.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
If the pictures I'm looking at are correct. Which
Gay man,
is
Heather.
he named Heather? Is he named Heather too?
I'm not sure, but I know people were mad because they were like, don't these people like bully these people, you know?
Yeah.
It.
Why
But-
are you, as a marginalized person,
Diversity.
bullying other marginalized people?
That's what we call diversity, alright?
People had a lot
This
of
is
issues with the
equality.
diversity.
This is the equality that the damn liberals want.
No. A liberal agenda.
The liberal agenda.
Another thing, cherry and Coke are the worst flavors of slushy. They suck. Those are also
I
just
agree.
worst flavors in general.
I love a Coke slushie.
And you're
I love a Coke
fucking
slushie.
insane for that because that's a
I
terrible.
know I am.
It's blue raspberries,
I'm
the
not-
best flavor of
I
slushy.
know.
raspberry.
I like
What the
to-
hell is
I
that?
like-
Candle.
I like
It's a
I
candle.
like to mix
but it's blue
raspberry.
raspberry.
and Coke together.
Girl, you have the strangest.
We need to talk about May's taste for a little bit, because this also brings up something I've discussed in length before with May, and that's May's
Oh
frozen
my
yogurt
God.
order, and it pisses me off.
It's atrocious.
It's the
here's
worst
my
thing I've ever
frozen
tasted.
yogurt order for everyone who wants to know, and anyone who agrees with me, sound off in the comments. But my frozen yogurt order is I get chocolate frozen yogurt, and then I put in the strawberry popping boba. I put in strawberries, like actual strawberries. I'll do chocolate chips, cookie dough, like the cookie dough chunks. Sometimes if I'm feeling for it, I'll throw in some Fruity Pebbles. Sometimes I don't, just really depends on my mood. And then I'll top it off with hot fudge, and it's fucking delicious.
It's
Babe.
the worst thing.
No,
Every
no.
time she got it, it looked like throw up. It looks disgusting. I
Like,
think
And yours looked any better? No, it didn't.
It was
The
literally
whole
like
point of
vanilla.
frozen yogurt is that it looked ugly. Frozen yogurt is supposed to look ugly, but it tastes fucking delicious.
I think for me, it's the popping boba.
Yeah.
Like and
No,
the fruity
no,
pebbles.
no.
But
with
it's
the
strawberry
chocolate,
flavor.
like
That makes sense.
No, it's good. See? I'm right.
Sarah and I are like this.
No,
there's different
Allie's-
textures
No,
involved.
Allie and I. No, Allie is my one true friend.
Oh.
Oh.
Allie is my best friend now.
Oh, that's interesting. I
like the texture of the
Can I talk
fruity
about
pebbles with the boba, like
You
I
understand me.
just not-
No.
You understand me. I
How do you not
it's
throw
too
up
much.
from the-
It's
like-
too much happening.
like the differences in
because-
texture would throw me off.
No, I understand, but like the fruity pebbles are so like insignificant in the entire grand scheme of the frozen recipe.
In the
that you
landscape
don't really
of this
notice them
frozen
at
yogurt.
all, you know?
The landscape
Sure.
of the frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the popping boba just adds a nice like refreshing feeling. You know?
I
Guys,
Yeah.
it's so good.
no.
Sure.
It's so good.
No, it's
Anyways, so back to
I think it makes
Heather's.
sense.
See, Allie gets me. Allie's my best friend. Back to
Congrats.
Heather's.
well, all right.
Thank you.
This
So-
was my first time seeing the movie. I had only seen or like watched bootlegs of the musical, and so I was like familiar with the concept. But like, this movie has such witty little lines, and I get what you guys mean by how like satirical and staged it is, especially in those scenes where like Veronica would talk to her parents, and it was just like the same thing over and over again. Veronica, dinner time, and whatever.
Mhm.
That was really enjoyable.
Although when she did
but
call her dad an
I-
idiot, I was like, I would get slapped in the
The
face
one
for
where she
that.
called her. No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no. No one has like a normal relationship with their parents in this movie, and it's for like obvious reasons on like social commentary and generations, and I don't really care about that. But
Mhm.
it's like they have the weirdest relationships. I think that JD's relationship with his father
Is
is
insane.
the strangest. It's so weird because
Yeah.
they'll call each other the reverse of their titles. Like JD will call his dad like son, and it's like I get such an ick from it. It's so gross. It's
Everything
why
about
talk to your
JD
child like a normal person.
Yeah.
JD could be perfect if he could just shut his mouth. Because in that scene where we first meet him, and Veronica goes up to him and he goes, "Greetings and salutations."
I've literally wished I was dead. I was like, just because
So
you
bad.
see him across like the cafeteria, and he's like this moody, mysterious
Yeah, he's
figure. He's
so
given like the
odd.
eyes to Veronica. He's got the little like. Listen, what side is that
gate?
ear?
The
Because
gate
it's the
ear, the
gate
one ear.
earring, right? Like it's on that
Yeah,
side.
he's
Anyway.
got the single earring. It's
And-
he's
and,
got
like-
the trench coat on.
And like he's given the eyes to Veronica, and it's like, wow, like how alluring and whatever. And then greetings and salutations, friends. Shut the
That's
fuck
literally how he
up.
said it too.
Shut the fuck.
I
Like
forget
stop
what
talking.
His voice sounds like every single time.
'Cause it
and
doesn't
every single
sound
time
real.
he opens his mouth with her-
Greetings, friend.
No, it doesn't sound like that
Yeah.
voice belongs to that body.
No.
And I said in my notes, like
No.
his voice sounds like he chain smokes every single day, and he does. We do see.
And
this
now
in
we
the
know he
movie.
does.
But it's
Yes.
and
Yeah.
he does. But it's like, oh my god, that is not the right voice for that face.
No. It's
Yeah.
so bad. It's oh my god. I literally also wrote that first, like verbatim. I was like, JD is so cute if he didn't open his mouth, and like if he just lived in that little space forever
Yeah.
and not did
If
anything.
he was just silent the whole time,
Phenomenal.
my favorite character.
Speaking
Phenomenal,
of
give me 14 of them.
Speaking of insane characters in this, Mr. Moseby is in this film.
I
I
know.
forgot he was.
That was before he
is he
came
in
in
this?
this.
What's his?
Okay.
I don't even know.
Maybe
The...
I wasn't watching very hard. Did I miss the scene? Because I
It's-
saw in
I
all
think
of your
he's
notes
the guy
that
who's
you
in
were
charge of the
freaking out
yearbook?
about Mr. Moseby.
It's
Yeah, you're right.
Was
He's
that
like in
him?
charge of a club.
it's inside the
in
he's in
the
the
yearbook.
school newspaper. So
Yeah,
maybe your
journalism.
brain
He's
blocked
doing-
it out.
Okay.
He's doing the
No.
layout for Heather Chandler's memoriam page.
In the yearbook.
Oh,
I thought it
and
was the
they put her
newspaper.
suicide note in the corner.
Yes.
Because it's tasteful in the corner. Okay, I remember that
Yeah.
scene. I don't remember seeing Mr. Moseby, so I think I just blocked it out.
Well,
I'm
it's
sorry,
because
Mr.
you're not
Moseby.
looking for Mr. Moby. You're looking for whatever the actor's name is. I forgot. But he's
I'm
there.
so sorry,
It's
but-
a younger
yeah.
version of himself too. So
That was
I was
pre when he got
also,
arrested
He's been arrested?
Mr.
Yeah.
Moseby?
for vehicular
he
manslaughter.
That's right.
Like in the 90s?
No way!
That was like
What?
right before.
I forgot about
That was
that. I
VM before
forgot.
manslaughter.
Killed a guy.
Anyways, I'm sure he's a
The
wonderful
actor's name is
person.
Phil Lewis.
Phil
if anyone
Lewis,
wants to
yeah.
know.
Sorry to bring this up, Phil.
Rehash old things.
He's trying to get over it.
Legal issues. Oh my god. In late December 1991, Lewis was arrested after he fatally struck Isabel Duarte, a resident of Bethesda, can't say that, Maryland, in a car crash. He was charged with manslaughter and driving while intoxicated.
Oh my
His
gosh.
blood alcohol level at the time measured 3 times the limit for legal intoxication.
Jesus.
Well, Phil.
Oh, Heather's was his first acting role.
Wow.
Oh. For
And,
him.
and then he
Yeah, it
went
was
to
a small
Sweet
part.
Life of Zach and Cody.
That was
He
a
was
few
so
years later,
overcome
but
with
yeah.
fame that he just began drinking. And that's what happened.
In the first
Exactly.
role. That's crazy.
Wow. Okay, Phil.
But yeah, go off,
Um,
Phil. Don't go off. Oh god, I shouldn't say that.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm happy he's turning his life around.
It's been like
I don't think
30 years.
I think it's been a while. Like, I
Which
don't
is
think they
insane.
would have let him on Disney Channel if he hadn't turned his life around.
But like, what
Yeah.
do the kids know?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the kids aren't gonna
Yeah.
go, vehicular manslaughter! I didn't know.
They probably had him there to serve as an example.
Vehicular
Yeah. This
manslaughter!
is what not to do.
If you,
And none of
if
these
you
kids ended
commit
up
like a-
manslaughter, you get
Or maybe
stuck
it was
on
like-
Disney Channel.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like one of
Oh my
the, you
God,
know,
it's-
like the end of that one Hannah Montana episode where they're like, hey guys, bullying is wrong. He sits down and he's all,
Yeah.
hey guys, driving under the influence is
Drinking
wrong. And then killing someone with a car.
That's
It's wrong.
insane.
Worse.
Don't be like me.
He does his like, and you're watching Disney Channel. That's
That's crazy.
wrong. Oh my god. Okay.
That's insane.
So what did you think? Okay, also recently, as I was talking about, and then I got interrupted talking about the upcoming election, which, by the way,
Sorry, I started to bring up.
it needed to be spoken about.
Everyone, go vote.
Go vote.
Register to vote.
Please
It
vote.
matters.
Please,
vote.
for the love of God.
Register to vote first, and then when it's election
Save
day, you
us.
can vote. Don't vote right now because there's nothing to vote for. But
Right,
register
well,
to vote if you
yeah.
have.
Recently, the woman who played Heather Duke, Shannon Doherty, just passed away.
That is true.
I know she was on
Right.
Beverly Hills 90210, and my mom was very sad about her passing because she used to watch that show when she was younger. So R.I.P. She actually passed away from breast cancer because she did not have the means to get help for it. Her insurance or something like that.
God.
Yeah.
What?
So this turns into
That's
a bigger discussion about healthcare.
about that. Well, that's where we're pivoting, actually. Discussing healthcare in this
Yeah.
country.
Healthcare,
That's
wealth
insane.
disparity.
R.I.P.
Holy
Very
shit.
sad.
That's so
Yeah.
sad.
Oh,
So yeah, and I think also the actress who played Heather Chandler passed away after Heather's, like not even that long after she did Heather's, which is also
Alright.
I think so.
so.
Oh, geez. The woman who played Red Heather died in 2001.
Oh.
So not immediately after Heather's was
Mhm.
released. but she died pretty early. She was 35. 32.
Wow. That is very
No,
young.
Yeah.
Well,
Sad.
all right.
She's beautiful. Sorry, but
Very sad note.
They're all beautiful women.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There are
Yeah,
a lot of hot people in this movie.
there was a lot of
Oh,
hot people.
100%.
Including Christian Slater, despite the fact that he did open his mouth and speak.
Greetings
But
and
he's still-
salutations.
He was the less attractive one to me.
It's so bad. And then,
It's so bad.
well, listen. And also, he needs to not do the actions that he does in this film.
Yes.
Listen, he
Oh,
does kill
yeah.
a lot of people. He does abuse a lot of people. He is a
What do
terror.
you guys think his body count is?
Okay,
Like-
what are we talking?
Like murder. count.
Murder or
Not like sex. Murder.
Mur-
But I would also be interested in the sex number.
well, his dad.
He's killed animals.
Yes,
But
he
that's-
had to
I'm not
have.
counting animals.
His dad
Yeah.
killed. Is that? Did I read that? Did I hear that correctly? Like the dad caused the place to be on fire,
Yeah.
or was it the mom that caused
Yeah.
the place to be on fire? The mom
No,
was in
the
it.
Dad.
Okay.
The
He
The
like
library.
destroys.
Yeah.
It was like
He, like-
suicide.
He demolishes buildings, and as far as I know, she ran
Yes.
inside the building that they were tearing down, and that's how she committed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, so
Makes
it's it's father-son homicidal tendencies.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, whoa! That's great.
No.
That's
no,
the
no.
two football players.
Oh.
Homosexual tendencies.
Homosexual tendencies. They not to say that having a certain look makes you queer. They look like gay men.
They probably are in real life. We're the actors.
And maybe they are. Like, I don't know, but I was like staring at them during the movie, and I was like, you guys
Look
gay.
like gay
They-
men.
Who said that they stripped down? She told them to strip, and they were like in their socks.
Ew!
That
Somebody
was
made
me.
a note about that.
That was me. She tells them to strip in the woods, and they keep their socks and underwear
Well,
on.
remember, what does socks on mean when you're having gay sex? It means
Oh my god.
it's all good.
But their underwear.
They
Oh,
they also
dude.
get buried in their helmets,
Their
which I think is
football
so
gear.
funny.
In their full
That's
football gear.
so silly.
I
With
love it.
the footballs in their hands. It's crazy.
They're dead. That.
So, Allie, I have a question. So,
Yeah.
this is the first time watching it. What did you feel about the character JD? Were you surprised at his plan? Were you surprised that he actually killed Heather Chandler?
No, I've seen the musical. And it
Oh,
follows the
that's
same plot.
right. You have seen. Okay, never mind. Because I was
Fuck
surprised
up,
when I first saw it.
Sarah. No.
I was 15.
But I am
I was 15.
I'm an annoying musical theater fan, so I was sitting there and I was like, are they gonna do a musical number? And then they didn't. And that was good, actually.
You
It was
thought.
better without the
Yeah.
musical first. I was like, are they gonna do a musical number? They did.
It's insane.
And it was better that way.
And thank God.
And thank God. Because now that I've seen the movie, in the musical they do a song called Can We Be 17? And now I
Yeah.
just think
Yeah.
that's so out of line for those characters
It
to sing a song
is.
about wanting to be teenagers.
Veronica, after the cloud has come off of JD, she's like, "Oh, you're a terrible person. I don't want anything to do with you. But I will
Which is so refreshing.
She's and so right. She's like, "Oh my God, you're an awful human. Please never talk to me." And so
And she doesn't go back to him.
no, he like harasses her, and like the only reason she like goes to him again is because she's like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna blow up the school. I have to save everyone."
Well, he does try to kill her.
Yes, that is true. Oh, she commits suicide.
Yeah.
That's right. She pretends
Yeah,
to.
and then she fakes her suicide.
She fakes
Yeah.
suicide.
Which, by the way, the fact that he didn't check that she was
He was just like, "You're right."
dumbass.
You're-
Yeah.
Oh, he's an idiot. I think that like everyone in this movie is a fucking idiot.
They're
Even
so-
though they say, oh, they're all so stupid. Even though they say multiple times that Veronica has an insanely
The
high
high-
IQ. Girl, no, you don't. She's so dumb. And I
She's just
understand
book
that she's
smart.
like,
She doesn't have any street
no,
smarts.
she's just book smart. But like, I don't know. I've seen the movie a few times, and it's been a couple of years since the last time I've seen this, and I didn't think it was as enjoyable as this time around. Like, I still liked it, and I like laughed at all like the necessary jokes or whatever. But I just thought that they were all, especially like Veronica, was just so annoying and insufferable because she was complaining about her entire life. And I'm like, girl, you chose this. You asked for all of this. You asked JD to kill Red Heather, and then he was like, okay, bet. And like, now you're gonna be like, no, I didn't ask you to do that? Girl, please get a grip. Please take responsibility and deal with the consequences of your actions, please.
Well, no,
Yeah.
her original plan was just to make Heather Chandler throw up, because that's what Heather Chandler was gonna yell or
Like
like.
she said
to tell
prior,
everybody at
I
school.
want to
Mhm.
kill her so badly.
Oh yes, this is true.
Yeah.
But in her
She
She
diary,
wrote this
no one
in
was
her
supposed to read that.
Yeah, but she
She didn't
also said it
want to
out
kill her.
loud. She also said it
Oh.
out loud.
I don't think
She
she
was like,
wanted
I
to
want
kill
to
her
kill
though.
her. I want her to die.
I think Heather Duke wanted her to die. Like, she's evil.
Yeah, Heather did want her to die. Okay, speaking of Veronica being stupid, lunchtime poll. Your boyfriend tells you that he has bullets that aren't really bullets. They just make people look like they got shot. And they make them look like they're unconscious. Do you believe him or not?
No! If anybody
It's
even
so
brought up a gun, I'd be like,
stupid.
I want to die. I hate this.
It's also like he put, even if like the gun wasn't real or whatever, and like there was a secondary method of killing them. Like, I feel like the fact that he went through so much effort to stage the crime scene with like the gay paraphernalia and the mineral water should have been enough to tip her off.
Oh, because only gay people drink mineral water, which I thought was
People
really
drink mineral
funny.
water.
That means something.
Yeah.
If you're drinking mineral water out there, just know.
I think I read somewhere that the bullets, because he says, oh, these are German bullets, and then he says, like, a German, like, saying. If you, like, look that up, it's German for I lied.
Ooh.
Oh!
So
Yeah.
he knows German now. That's incredible.
Apparently.
Again, if anybody even brought a gun, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Let's stop
To
this.
school.
No, why are we
Like,
To
doing
school.
this? Why can't? Yeah.
Well, maybe
Well,
because
yeah. Also,
he brings it to school and he does have blanks. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why she was like a little
No, but
clouded.
but
These are
Okay,
aren't
but
even
first of
blanks.
all,
He's like, oh, it's gonna make them look like they're bleeding.
That's
Yeah.
insane. It's so
It's
insane.
insane.
that technology in the 80s.
But it's also like,
No.
why are you trusting the guy that brought a gun to school and also shot the gun at school?
Where's a trench coat, by the way?
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags immediately.
Yeah.
In the corner by him. No, he's next to that one guy that's sleeping, but like essentially by himself.
Yeah, but they're not like eating together.
Trench coat.
Yeah.
One earring.
Yeah.
Weird voice.
Greetings and salutations,
And
friends.
salutations. So bad.
Please, he sounds like
It's-
Willy Wonka.
Also, like, not. Speaking of lunchtime polls, why? Like,
It's so stupid.
what data
Yeah.
are we collecting? What are we doing it for?
No, yeah.
Like, why? Why are we having a lunchtime poll?
They're not.
We're teenagers.
They're not
like,
recording the data. She's just asking them questions and like memorizing the answers, I think. But they're not doing anything with that data.
No.
Is that not supposed to be for like the yearbook or something?
I have
No.
no
I don't
clue.
know.
She just is taking down notes for something.
I just assumed it was something that Red Heather did as like a show of popularity. Like if I ask you a question, that means you are popular.
Oh, it's a dominance.
why-
She's showing her dominance.
Which is why she was so upset when Veronica suggested that they ask other people outside of the popular group, like the geeks and the stoners and the whatnot,
Ride the dump truck.
Oh.
by the dump truck.
I genuinely don't remember her last name.
Dunstock.
It's
Dunstock.
Dunstock.
Dunkirk
Dunkirk, yeah, Martha Dunkirk.
with Harry
She actually fought
Styles.
in Dunkirk with
Harry Styles and Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
She
Tom
fought.
Hardy.
She fought in the war. It's yeah. I don't know. If somebody came up to me and I'd be like, "Why are you asking this? Just 'cause?" No.
Why are
Get
you
away from me.
talking to me?
Don't talk to me.
You're a bitch.
Yeah. I also liked in the movie how when all these students were committing suicide, they had like the news come to the school and were like interviewing all these people, and it kind of turned into like more of a spectacle,
Mhm.
like more of like romanticizing and glamorizing suicide. And I think that's when Veronica was at her breaking point, and she's like, this is ridiculous. We shouldn't be like excited to go on the news because somebody committed suicide.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
yeah.
it's glamorizing these like, terrible things that happen and sensationalizing them in order to make
Yeah.
it like, oh,
Sensationalized.
because it takes
also
away
hoping
from the
that-
actual event.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
also like you're hoping that you get something out of somebody else's
It's pain and
Yeah.
suffering.
or
Yeah.
someone losing life.
I just
Which
think
is,
it was a
like-
commentary on like
Yeah.
teen suicide
That's-
in the United States.
It's true,
And,
especially
like,
in the
that's
80s.
definitely not happening now, you know. Like
No, not suicide. Suicide is happening.
suicide is happening now.
Right now.
But they
Yeah.
it's
I think it also went to show how much people didn't really like Heather Chandler, or like how fake they were towards her, because
Mhm.
like in the same way that she was fake towards them.
it's true.
They were, a lot of them were actually glad to see her go, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's so that was also a merit of popularity. It's like, oh, the one
Yeah.
popular person is gone and everything. Like, what do we do now as the plebs around
Yeah.
us?
Mm-hmm.
Plebs.
I wonder
Yeah.
if we would be in the clique, the Heathers.
No.
clique. No, we
We would
wouldn't.
not. We would not.
Veronica was only in it because she had that really cool talent of like being
Forgery.
able to copy other people's handwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgery,
She was also very rich too.
It's true.
Yeah.
Which
Wealth.
isn't- in the musical she isn't.
Mhm. They're
Why
all
would they do
rich,
that?
which is interesting.
They're all rich. Yeah.
Class.
Even JD.
Yeah.
I still think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that the Heathers even let Veronica into their clique. Because she doesn't match any of their prerequisites, which is being named Heather.
Well, their names are their names like actually Heather? I thought that
Legally
was-
Heather.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a front.
No.
Like they're like, I'm Heather, so
No.
you're all Heather.
No, they're all legally Heather.
Interesting.
And she's Veronica. And it's like, why wouldn't you bully her into legally changing her name to Heather?
Heather.
You
Yeah.
have to change it. Change your name.
Because that would be kind of silly.
Exactly.
But I feel like they wouldn't force her to change her name to Heather, because it just goes to show how much more powerful the three of them are. She's just Veronica. She's just there to write the forgeries.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I
probably
guess you could see it that way.
they're probably like
Yeah.
using her for everything. I mean, they used her to make fun of Martha Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. They do the note to her to essentially just humiliate her.
I feel like the thing about it is they wouldn't really want her to stand out from them, which is why I could see why they would make her change her name to Heather as well. But when you bring up that point, that makes sense.
I don't know. They're dead. So,
They're all dead.
except Veronica. Veronica lived, bitch.
Well, no, the only one that died was Red Heather.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And the two
Like,
dudes.
The rest
gay
of them
dudes.
survived.
That's right.
The gay dudes died.
That's right.
They died. JD blew up.
JD blew up. JD got his finger shot off,
Oh,
which is an
yeah.
insane thing to happen. I don't think
I
that will
love
happen.
that.
Shot
Like,
3 times.
and he lived to tell the tale.
I wanna know how
Chose to go.
one he got out of the what's it called, the boiler room after being shot in the torso
He
3 fucking times.
he had to go.
Also,
Yeah, sorry. He had to go up the
he had to go-
stairs.
across the gym. Also, how did nobody see them and stop them? Because they look so fucked.
Literally.
Yeah, that was my
They were
question
too
too.
busy at the pep rally.
I just have
They were
so
too
much
busy
school
at-
spirit.
Yeah.
I
And
just
think
care
that's what
so
they were, like,
deeply.
satirizing. I can't speak, guys.
Satirizing?
Actually, okay, I was looking up stuff. Do you guys remember Betty Finn? There's a
Yeah.
character named
Yes.
Betty. She had glasses. Apparently, her brothers are Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen,
Her
which is
brothers?
interesting.
Emilio
brothers.
Estevez
What?
and Charlie Sheen are brothers?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't know that?
No,
that?
what? That makes
'Cause
sense. They
he
look
changed his
alike.
name.
Their father is Martin Sheen, and the Sheen last name is a stage name to prevent like racism or whatever. Because
Prevent?
Estevez is very clearly not a white name.
Oh.
But Emilio is Emilio is the only one that kept like the genuine
What
like
the
Hispanic
He's the
name.
only one proud.
Martin Sheen?
He's
His
proud.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Nepotism runs
Yeah,
deep.
but-
Like,
Nepotism runs deep in ways that you couldn't even
I
fathom.
can't comprehend. What
My
the
mom
hell?
met Martin Sheen.
What?
He's
Oh.
very Catholic. He goes to mass every Sunday.
And
Oh.
that's because they're Hispanic.
Yeah,
Wait, she's their sister?
yeah, she's their younger sister. Cause I saw her last
Oh.
name and I was like Estevez, and she has a Wikipedia page. So I was like, I wonder if she's related.
Okay.
And she was.
She does look like him.
Yeah. Her name is Renee Estevez.
Yeah, she does
Wow.
look like Emilio.
God.
They have like the same face.
Okay. Charlie
So,
Sheen
yeah.
was born Carlos Estevez.
Carlos Estevez.
Carlos.
Well, that's
Mhm.
the Spanish
That
equivalent
is a
of Charlie.
Mexican man.
Well, Charlie,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Martin Sheen
Yeah.
was born Ramon Estevez.
What the
You pick
fuck?
Martin?
Martin.
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 And he changed
Martin.
it to Martin. He had
That's
a cool
insane.
name, and
Yeah, Ramon.
Ramon.
He changed it
To
to
Martin.
Martin to avoid racism. Which, like, hey, play the game if you're gonna be in the game.
baby, I'd make fun of you for having that name, like Martin.
Yeah.
Over like,
Bullying him. Martin.
Oh my god,
I did not-
that's right. He was Uncle Ben in The Amazing Spider-Man. Sorry, I'm on Wikipedia now.
he what?
You're right.
With Andrew Garfield.
You're right.
Uh,
That was Martin Sheen.
I forgot about. I truly just thought he was another old white man.
I thought he was just an
Well, he
apocalypse
is.
now.
Well, that- it worked.
But he's
That's
not.
why he
By the
changed
way,
his name.
Terrifying movie. I hate that movie so much.
The Amazing
I have a little
Spider-Man?
Now?
No.
Andrew
Apocalypse
Garfield?
Now.
Oh, I was like, what's
Oh.
scary about the Amazing Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Ah!
Andrew Garfield.
The lizard. The lizard is quite scary. They do shoot some of his scenes like horror movie style. It's quite terrifying. But anyways.
Apocalypse Now is
Apocalypse
scary.
It's
I haven't
terrifying.
seen it.
I have not seen a horror movie that is scarier than Apocalypse Now.
That's insane to say.
Okay,
EBG.
Sarah.
Insane comment,
Brave
but
thing
alright.
to say.
I could talk about this all day.
So
When they kill that water buffalo,
they do, and they actually killed the
Oh,
water
I was
buffalo.
I
crying.
heard about that.
The poor water buffalo.
I
It's
think
so
you texted us
sad.
when you. I think you were texting us as you were watching this, and you were texting us about the water buffalo.
The poor water buffalo. The look in its eyes.
Sarah, this
before it
movie's
got
been out.
killed.
Since like 1979 or something, or 80 or whatever.
Upsetting.
And I'm still
I
upset.
hate- Animal cruelty. Just.
Sarah starts sobbing.
Sarah, please.
I don't really have many other points to discuss. If you guys do,
I
I
have
have one more. We
something.
were
I think
seeing
all
Winona
of the-
Ryder in the prom dress.
what?
Yeah, that's right. We
would-
never got to see her in a prom dress.
Oh,
And then get to see her in a prom dress.
Man, I wouldn't want to go to
That-
prom after that.
No.
I want to go home.
But I think that prom dress would have been so fun because all of the costumes in this movie are so
They're
good.
really good.
So good.
They
They're really
are.
good.
Like, they're really good. And again, I don't know how much of this is actually accurate to the 80s. I'm assuming it's pretty accurate since it was made in the 80s. But, like, it could also be, like, hyped up and heightened and, performed in a very specific
I think it
way.
was pretty dramatized.
They're all, it's probably pretty close, but all of their outfits were so good. I loved
So many
Green
blazers.
Heather's funeral, so many blazers. I loved
Mhm.
Green Heather's funeral outfit, for Red Heather. That was a cunty hat.
Yeah.
That was a cunt hat. And Red Heather's funeral outfit in the Dream Funeral for Green Heather looked so Beetlejuice.
Oh, it did. That's right.
It looked really Beetlejuice, and I was like, okay, so now we're referencing Beetlejuice, which also starred Winona Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cinematic universe.
It's the Winona
The
Ryder
Winona.
cinematic universe.
All
And
comes
it's
together.
also in there, Stranger Things.
Oh, like, sure. Sure. I don't know how that's possible, but all right.
I haven't figured
Girl
out how Stranger
Interrupted.
Things fits into
Girl
it yet.
Interrupted. Mermaids.
Oh my god. What's that one movie? What's that one rom-com that she's in with Keanu Reeves?
Where they, like,
I know that,
had a crush on each other? Did
Yeah.
they date?
yeah.
I think they.
Oh, also, Dracula. She was.
Oh,
in
she
that.
was in
I forgot
Dracula.
about that.
And Keanu Reeves was in that too.
And you know
Do you guys
what?
know that they apparently got married on that set?
Whoa.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah. Well, because they were filming a wedding scene between their two characters, and apparently, like, because it wasn't like a Western Catholic ceremony. It was something else. But
Like
apparently they
Romanian?
got like, yeah. But apparently they got like legitimately married while filming that scene.
That's insane.
Like
Why?
officiated by like a... That's crazy.
And you know
That
what?
happened to Will Smith.
Huh?
How?
I
What?
read that somewhere.
Okay.
Will Smith, it happened to somebody.
Okay.
On a movie set.
Okay.
You know what's also in there? Little Women.
Little Women, that's true.
Oh.
Little Women, the 1994 one.
The nine.
The first one I ever watched.
What is
Also
it?
starring Christian Bale.
Oh,
I
she's
think
in
we
the
say Slater.
Crucible.
She's
Yeah,
in the
she is in the Crucible.
is part of
Who did she
cinematic
play in the
universe.
Crucible?
She
She
has to.
plays
I don't remember none of
Abigail
characters'
Williams.
names.
She plays, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she plays the snitch.
Yeah.
She plays the
Mhm.
snitch.
Daniel Day-Lewis, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, they're having an affair in that movie because he's John Proctor.
Yeah.
Let's
He's
talk
John
about the
Proctor,
Crucible.
yes.
Because he's
Crucible.
like 35 and she's 17, and
That's
they were like,
insane.
"Yeah, this is a good age gap."
I haven't read that book since high school.
I like the Crucible.
I haven't
I just seen the
either.
poster.
I hated
Black
it.
Swan. She was also in
Black Swan.
Black
she was
Swan.
in that. That's an insane movie.
And now she's gonna be in the second Beetlejuice, which I'm not excited for.
Beetlejuice?
I'm also not very excited for that.
I just saw Beetlejuice, like, not too long ago.
I
And
Beetlejuice
For the
is fine.
first
it wasn't bad.
You know what?
Okay.
Speaking of
entertaining.
wrapping it
Edward
into
Scissorhands.
That's right,
What?
Edward Scissorhands. You know,
Sorry,
Oh.
I'm just.
I forgot about
Yes.
that.
you know what? Let's going back to musicals. You know what musical sucks? Beetlejuice the musical.
That does suck.
I
That does suck.
went to see it.
Never
alright.
seen it.
I went to see it and I was all, this is not good. This is
Mm-hmm.
they're the
You didn't like Giant Snake and Dead Mom and.
Dead Mom
Nice
ass song.
Oh, okay.
It's listen, she's so whiny and I don't know, maybe it was just my performance and everything, but like the energy the energy of like the Beetlejuice performer, the guy who's playing Beetlejuice was so funny, genuinely like really good, and it made everyone else fall flat for me. And I was like, "Ugh, this is not even in any way." And then I don't know. There's like the song at the end of the musical, she like rekindles with her father or something, and it's such a generic like Broadway song, and it's like, oh my god, stop talking. Like I don't care.
They're gonna stop making musicals out of things.
We need to
like,
end musicals.
We need
Well,
to end
okay.
Broadway. Go on strike.
No,
No.
I don't
I love
think this is
musicals.
the
I love
message that we
musicals.
should be putting out.
I think we need more original stuff.
Yes.
We need
I-
original
No more remakes.
that don't sound basic.
Yeah.
and I know
have the
that
same
like
thing
Les
with
Mis.
movies nowadays. No more sequels, no more remakes.
Les Mis
Original.
isn't original.
was a
Yeah, it
book.
isn't
Les Mis
original,
is on
but the
It's
music
based on a
slaps.
book. The music does
the
slap.
music.
It's based
No,
on
it's
a
based
book,
on a book
babe.
by Victor Hugo
Yeah.
that I tried to read, and
Yeah.
I
I have my copy.
almost broke my
of Les
foot
Mis.
because I dropped it on my foot.
Oh.
I read it.
It's a big book.
and
It's like that
I read
big.
it when I was 16.
That's
Damn.
insane.
Don't have the strength to do
fun.
that.
Oh,
Whoa.
Why?
gave it to me when I was like 8.
I
That
read it in
daughter.
like I think I did it in like a month or something.
That's
Oh.
thought daughter activities. I read The Bell Jar when I was 16, but not that. That's
What the hell?
That's significantly worse.
The
think
bell
that's
jar.
worse.
What the hell are you guys?
Sorry.
I didn't even like read when I was in high school. I was so miserable. I was like,
yeah.
I need to not be a part of anything.
No, I was miserable too. I just like coped with reading. That's how I coped.
That's fair.
And watching Voltron.
That's not a good way to cope. No more Voltron. No more Voltron. We need to move
You
past
want to
I
know
think-
my
Every single minute I think about rewatching Voltron, I
Should-
might do it.
You shouldn't.
Oh.
I think I might do it. I'll probably, if I do rewatch it, I'll probably stop at like season 3 because that's when like after that it goes really downhill.
Well, they fucking. It's an insane. It was a sane breakneck pace to like issue
Yeah.
the seasons as well.
Yeah,
Like
because they would release like 2 seasons a year, and
It-
I'm like, I love this, but it's bad.
it was 8 seasons in 2 years.
No, yeah.
Oh.
It was a season every
crazy.
season. Like nature.
Yeah. Which is
Insane. Insane when
looking
we-
back on it, it's insane.
Especially
When
like
it
an
was coming
animated
out, I
show.
liked-
Like that's a
Yeah,
lot.
'cause that's
You're
yeah,
drawing
that's a
that.
lot of work.
Sorry to anyone who worked on Voltron. My heart goes out to you.
Oh yeah.
You dealt with too much.
You guys did so much good work for so little outcome. I just have one more thing, and I don't like that JD lit his cigarette off of her cigarette burn.
Oh,
insane.
that's
No,
what happened?
I was
That's
like,
what
how
happened.
I thought he just did it twice. That's insane.
No, he lit his cig off of her cigarette burn, and
Well,
I'm like,
he's
okay,
abusive,
get-
so
No, he's incredibly
That's-
abusive, and I'm like, okay, well, get your nicotine because you have an addiction. But like,
you have an addiction.
don't do that. Also, her lighting the cigarette from his exploding body is so fun.
iconic.
But also, she's way too close to the blast zone.
Well, she does get like exploded too.
No, but she should be dead as well.
I think he went to the football field to like blow himself up.
No, he was 5 feet away from her.
But I think like depth perception.
I
I
don't-
think he was further away. But it just looked like it was
No.
close. That's how I
I'm
interpreted
so
it.
I'm so sure he was like 5 feet away from her. Because they were still talking up until he blew up. At like normal inside
was a funny
voice
sentence.
volume.
Oh my god.
You know?
What? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I
While
guess.
they're talking, he's blowing up. Like
And today I
he's like, "Hey, how's your day?"
Mid-sentence.
while they're
Exactly.
talking, he blows up.
Uh-huh.
Brothers is a cult classic, and I appreciate it, but it is a little cringy. But I think that was the point.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I don't know. I'm like a huge fan of like black comedies, which is why I should start watching more. Cause I do like the like dark humor element.
I don't know. I think they're dark humor comedies. I don't think they're black comedies. I don't
That's what
think
they're
that's the
called.
way you were looking. Is that what they're called? That
Yeah,
can't be
That
they're
is what
called.
they're called.
Yes.
they're
That
called
is what
black
they're
comedies.
I just liked you saying
Legally, that is what they're called.
I just liked you saying like I'm a big fan of these. I should start watching more. That is okay.
Because I don't watch enough.
Oh.
I know there's a lot out there that I need to
What
watch.
other black
But
comedies have you watched?
I can't think of them right now. Like,
Big fan.
I got nothing.
I am a fake fan. I'm reading Chuck Palahniuk, whatever.
What?
I saw it
Bless you?
on your book Instagram.
Don't bring up my bookstagram.
Alright, cat's out of bag. Go got
I saw it on your
bookstagrams.
Bookstagram.
What are you reading?
It's like the Inferno.
Oh,
But-
that's right.
Yeah. But she's like a teenage girl. It's very interesting.
Written by
Oh.
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yes, I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong.
You
I don't know.
Chuck.
if I said that
insane
right.
way to say it. Shaq.
Everyone says my name wrong, so I feel like we have an alliance, you know? Like,
Okay.
Sarah?
I could do that. It's warranted. But as I was saying, like, I'm a huge fan, apparently not of black comedies.
Sorry.
So I did really like the humor in this and like them going about really touchy topics with humor, with an air of humor. You know what I mean? I like that about this film, and I like the fact that they kind of made a parody out of high school and high school films and stereotypes, specifically like films that were filmed in that decade. So yeah, that's why Heathers is probably like one of my favorite movies because of that reason. So
That's a
Have you
nice.
seen Fight Club?
what?
Yeah.
Have you seen Fight Club?
No, I need to watch Fight Club. It's the same guy who wrote Fight Club.
I know.
Oh,
Chuck.
interesting.
That's why I'm asking.
That's right.
Chuck.
Chuck
Yeah.
Palahniuk. Every time I say it. Palahniuk.
Palahniuk.
It's Palahniuk.
Palahniuk.
This is Canadian.
Palahniuk. I don't know.
Palahniuk.
I
Sorry,
don't know.
Chuck.
Sorry, Chuck.
Sorry, man.
But yeah, so that concludes our episode of Brats in the Back Row. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us ramble on for over an hour, maybe two, about Heathers and other interesting things. So I am Sarah.
I'm Allie.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Melina.
Thank you for tuning in. And as a reminder, we film every other Thursday, so catch us.
Next week is
We
next week or whatever.
We
Released,
release episodes every other Thursday.
and it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for
I
next
say?
time. I'm excited.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram.
Goodbye.
Bye.